Hi, I am here to show you how to, I had a client who was asking me how to wear an infant, a newborn, on the front with a woven wrap. So this is a woven wrap. This one is made by Chimparoo. And you start by finding the label. They all have a label because it shows you exactly where the center is. And you put it right on your chest and you make it pretty high. And then you cross it behind you and you bring the two sides up over your shoulders. So it's very roomy, it's over your shoulders. Then you sort of start to pull and tighten. And you do all this before you put the baby in. And you actually, if you have a small baby, if it really is a newborn, you might even want to kind of gather up the bottom, tighten a little bit more, and then just let this hang. Then you open up this pocket a little bit. You get your baby. So the baby is going to be facing your chest. And the best way to do this is to hang the baby over your shoulder. And of course, your baby is bigger than this doll. But you hang the baby over your shoulder and you bring the wrap up to the baby, and then you sort of snuggle them down a little bit. And if your baby is usually like less than 12 weeks, their legs are actually going to be bent in here. Their legs are going to be, which I can't show on this doll, but their legs are going to be sort of bent up like in that froggy position. You don't want to force their legs open because their hips aren't ready for it. You'll know when they're ready. And then so you have the baby, so it's hard to show on this doll, but you want to form the wrap around their butt and sort of get their butt below their knees. So their knees are going to be up like this, and you want to get the butt down below the knees. So you kind of just shimmy the baby down, tuck a little, tuck this up. Their little feet might be sticking out a little bit right here, but you definitely want to shimmy their legs up, shimmy their butt down, and their arms will probably be in as well. And you don't want to put the wrap over the baby's head, but you want to make sure that you have enough excess that it could go over the head, and then so you just measure and then you put it back down. And then once you feel like the baby's pretty snug, and the baby might be like really high up on your chest, you start to tighten a little bit more. And the best way to tighten is to tighten panel by panel. That's why these usually have stripes, because they show you how far you've gone so far. So you can start with the inside, and this tightens the X pull from there, and then you go, like one section over, you tighten a little bit more, go another section over, tighten a little bit more, shimmy, shimmy. You might have to adjust baby a little bit. Then you go to the end, tighten, and it's important to take the time to tighten each panel, because then overall the carry will be as tight and snug as the baby really needs to be to feel comfortable and secure. So then you do the last panel, and that pulls it up down here at the bottom of the X. And then you take these two ends, you cross them right under baby's butt. You can actually just tie it here, do one knot here. And then you can bring these around back, depending on how long it is. Maybe you swing it back around to the front again, or maybe you just tie it right here. And then if you've got the baby in snug and it feels really comfortable in the center, you might open these up a little bit over your shoulders. It makes it a little bit more comfortable. Make sure this knot is right under their bottom. You might pull on these inner panels again, tuck it around baby. And then if you've taken the time to really tighten at each step and make sure baby's in there safely and snugly, you could wear this for hours. Baby could take a nap in there. You could even nurse in there. If you're going to nurse in there though, you want to loosen it a little up to this point, move the baby down a little. I've done this while grocery shopping. I let the baby nurse a little. Move the baby down. You don't want to turn them to the side. You just want to move them down and then maybe adjust a boob so they can nurse a little bit. And then you can tie it again. And then when they're done nursing, you bring them back up, you tighten again. It takes practice, but you can do it, especially if you have a spot, someone who can help you.